Come on in.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody?
Yeah.
I got it.
Anyone needs to use the restroom, they're right around the corner.
Okay, hello. Hi, everyone.
I know, really. It's crazy. I know. Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to iHeartradio. My name is Robin Craig. Hi. I am the Senior Vice President for the radio group, both here in Port Charlotte and with our station in Fort Myers. I've been with iHeartMedia for 23 years, so it's been a great run, but a lot of fun at the same time. So welcome to our Port Charlotte facility. We're one of the few media groups that broadcast live from Charlotte County, so we feel like Charlotte is our home, Charlotte is our neighborhood. If you happen to be here, I hope you weren't, but you probably were during the hurricane, and you perhaps listened to our wall-to-wall coverage with Todd Matthews and Ken Lovejoy. That's really where we feel our community need is. Michael, come in. Michael is on the air. Michael Hammonds. Come on in, Michael. Michael has a show at 11, so good morning. How are you?
Morning, Michael.
So anyway, we feel we are Charlotte County's go-to for both entertainment, news. Obviously, during the hurricane, a lot of us couldn't get real coverage of it because of the television station based in Fort Myers, or if you live in South Sarasota County, you're getting the coverage from ABC7. So we feel like that Venice to Punta Gorda is us. So you really realize your value when you get the feedback from the community on coverage of where to go, what to do, where to get eyes. So that's obviously, we have music stations. We have 5 stations that broadcast from this building. We reach over 200,000 combined people per week when we add all 5 stations. Audiences are very different. We have a country CBU, which is targeted at that 55 plus audience, our news talk, our sports, and we just launched a classic rock station. So I'll give you a quick tour. Come on in.
I'll make sure you get it on the way out.
How's the puppy? He is good. He's not destroying.
No, luckily we lucked out with him.
Not a fever
I was told my day that I wanted to exercise.
Good morning. All right. I'll have to go around. Building a zoo. Going around here. So we can.
Okay.
Over each team.
I'll do
Each
blue.
team. Oh, that's you.
Okay.
That's you. Okay, I'll speak for
Awesome.
if you'd like me to.
Ken's actually, well, come on in. We've got actually.
That's you, Jamie.
No,
No, it's
There's nobody else from Red Bull on
You're on my right is leg.
I'm here. I'm going to do some talk show with her Tuesday.
Come down just a little bit more. Almost.
Yeah, almost there. So I'm 2.5 days here, 2.5 days there. It's nuts. I wish for it.
I just sort of texted my friend. She's like, what's going with your phone?
I said, that was
She was
me.
telling me.
All right, the on-air light is out.
Oh, we have a guest, but Ken's got a guest. He knows you guys are coming. Oh,
Get it
shut
over
up.
with, he's great.
Anyway, 5 stations. Kicks Country was at the forefront. 4 radio stations. We have a classic rock, CB 104.9, as we talked about, News Talk Radio, WCCF, and our sports station is the last studio. So it's very deceiving from the front of the building how big we are. We have a production studio, the talent offices. Done. So that's warm. Tanya, do you remember this? Morning.
Gotcha.
Can you go talk to each color? Can you sign? Just kidding.
This one's for Scott. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Full Hava Nagila.
Yeah, I'm used to dancing to this.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF. Charlotte County Speaks at 10:37. We've been invaded by leadership.
Yay.
So who's
the spokesperson?
Come on, Mom, get over there. Get over there. Get over there. Get in front of the microphone. What the hell's going on?
All right.
So tell us, what color team are you on? Tanya, speak up. Oh, come on.
Too low. I am Team Blue.
Team Blue.
Team Blue.
And what? Now, how many people are in this year's class?
24.
24. Got 24 people.
Yes.
You got Team Blue. How many teams are there? Four teams.
I'm Morgan with Team Green.
Team Green. You're Team Green.
Team Green.
Team Green. Team Blue.
I'm Derek with Team Yellow.
Team Yellow. Okay.
And Kate Waxler with Team Red.
Team Red. Wearing the green.
Wearing the green.
Okay. All right.
She's representing us
Confusing.
today.
Yeah.
So, how have you guys liked? Now, Tanya, you've been in Charlotte County forever, and did you? Was there anything about Leadership Charlotte that you surprised you that you didn't know already?
Absolutely. There's
Yeah.
been so many places we've gone to, and I'm like, how did I miss this? I'll be 38 years next month. I've lived in this community. I was 4 when I moved here. Yeah, that's that was a joke. But, yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a little.
But it was definitely seemed a whole different aspect that I never saw before.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, you've got a bunch of fundraisers. You guys are unlike a lot of usually the class just does one big fundraiser. You guys are doing several this year. Tell us about those.
We've done a couple already, but our big one's coming up next month.
And tell us about it.
That's our gala that we're having June 3rd.
Shagadelic Shindig,
Shagadelic
Austin
Shindig.
Powers theme.
Come out. It's going to be an amazing night. Everyone's going to have a great time.
Where's it going to be at again?
It's at the event center.
At the event center,
Yep.
June
3rd.
Tickets.
Tickets can be bought.
Online on the
sponsorships.
Chamber's
Go to
website
the Chamber
and
website.
sponsorships.
CharlotteCountyChamber.org. You can buy the tickets right there online. Cool. Hey, Bob, what's going up out there in the hallway? Bob's out there. So,
Our chaperone today.
what has been one of the biggest? What has impressed you most?
iHeartradio station.
Oh, get out of
Oh,
here.
I'm gonna say all of our nonprofits that we've been to and got to visit. You don't realize how many people actually need help.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, great. And when is the graduation? Is your gala kind of the graduation?
June 23rd.
June 23rd.
June 23rd, so the end of the month.
Thanks, Chris.
Awesome. Cool. So how many? We got everybody out. You
Yeah,
gotta bring
everybody
everybody
out.
in here.
It's
Come
a
on,
big
everybody.
group.
It's a
Get the whole
big
group in
You
here.
don't want everyone in.
I know I
Yeah,
don't.
you do.
I was told I had to. So. All right, you got the whole crew in here. So start shouting out some names. We'll start down at this end, and then we'll just work our way around the room.
Morgan Cook, Charlotte County Board of County Commissioners.
Tanya Blair, Caldwell Banker, Sunstar.
Derek DeHaze, financial planner.
Kate Waxler, Oliver Law.
Chris Proudfoot, Centennial Bank.
Carrie Duffy with Morgan Stanley.
Beth
Just yell it
Sargent.
out.
Yep. Oh, Beth Sargent from your Sotheby's.
Stephen Verbeck with Morris Few Associates.
Michelle DeBardino with Charlotte County Clerk of the Circuit Court.
Who's that?
Cindy Tichy, Caldwell Banker, Sunstar.
Okay.
Amy Huddleston, Charlotte Community Foundation.
Okay.
Michelle Maldonado, Charlotte Harbor Event and Conference Center.
Forrest Miller, Coombs Law Firm.
Melissa Dustin, DES, Denver Hollow Dental Lodge. Gemma Schaefer Photography.
Lisa Baird with CJ Websites and Photography. Jamie Joannis, the Charlotte County Chamber
You're
of
already there.
Commerce.
Yeah. You're just now going through leadership, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. And who are you?
Derek Dustin, Clinical Director of Outpatient Services with Charlotte Radio Healthcare.
Awesome. So we run the whole gamut of Charlotte County. Who's lived here the shortest amount of time? Who's just moved here? 3 years? That's a newbie.
Yeah.
I got here in 2019.
2019, okay. Well, 2 newbies. Everybody here, who's been here longer than 20 years? All right. Good to see. Good to see. Cool. All
Does
right.
it count if you're a Floridian?
Oh, a full-fledged cracker? Born and
Fifth
raised?
generation.
Wow. All right. Man, you don't see those very often.
We are a rare breed.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. And again, the big gala is coming up June 2nd, June 3rd at the Charlotte Harbor Event and Conference Center. And you can log on to charlottecountychamber.com and get your tickets right now. They're going quick. It's always a good time. Everybody winds up, having to take an Uber home. So it's fun. It's going to be a fun time. Appreciate you guys coming in. Now get out of here. Now, on with the show. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. Tell Joe we said hi.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know if you remembered.
Oh my God. Hi, caller. You're on the air.
That would be you. Mine was us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay,
gonna-
well, as long
you
as
gonna
we're
lead us
back
around?
here, I'll show you to my second home. It's inside this door right
Yeah, Robin
here.
left, so.
Okay, this is where I spend a lot of my time. By the way, I'm Zane Scott. My full name is Zane Scott Bickerstaff, but I was on the air on Kicks Country for something like 20 years here, doing overnights, and I did a request show. And I think my proudest moment here, beside seeing all the hurricane coverage and how hard everybody worked just to keep everybody in the loop in our community, I think one of my proudest moments was I used to host a smooth jazz program, and jazz happens to be my favorite kind of music. I'm also a musician, so I play. Oh, okay, sorry. When I was at the old building during the night, we had sort of an automated system. Like in the old days when I started out a DJ, I had and that was 1985, the year I graduated high school. I started at a little AM station in Leesburg, Florida, that used to be a house, and they converted it into a radio station, and we played big band music. So I did that for a couple of years. Went to Lake Sumter Community College, got an Associate Arts in Broadcasting. And then my parents decided to move to Charlotte County, so I followed them down. And eventually in 1994, I ended up here at, it wasn't iHeart then, it was Intermart, but then iHeart, purchased us. And it's been great ever since, really. So I had a smooth jazz program for a while on Seaview. And nowadays, my job is pretty much wash the boss's car, do whatever needs to be done. But I do a lot of commercial production. So a lot of the spots, as we call them, a lot of the commercials you hear on the radio are stuff that I've had my hands on. And Ken, too. Ken does a lot of that, too. Voiceover, actually producing the commercials using software. We use a program here called Adobe Audition. And it's the industry standard for creating commercials. So you can put a voice track down, music, sound effects, and you can get really, really creative. I could literally spend hours in there and be quite happy just creating commercials. And it's always a challenge, too, because every client's looking for something different. A lot of times I'll get voices that someone else did, mix those together. Yes. And I do a lot of the digital work, too. I create the blog pages you may see on, like if you're listening to Ken in the morning or you're listening to Todd in the morning or Bob or Chuck Britton, you'll notice on their homepage they'll have a blog page with an article. And it's something that we grab from a service that we have. And a lot of times we'll put some local articles, too. Like if the sheriff is looking for someone that stole something or if there's a special event going on in the community, I'll post that, too. So this is our little production room here, if you can see it. And actually, we've been in this building since 2005. Prior to that, I don't know if anyone here remembers the old building was on stilts, and that was off of Acquiesta, Deltona. So if you know where Law's Seafood used to be and Riviera Oyster Bar, we were back in that area at one time. And then Charlie pretty much took us out. And luckily, within months, I mean, maybe 2 to 3 months, this building was ready. So we moved seamlessly in and started our new life after Charlie serving our community. And I could not be prouder of the folks here and how hard they work. And it's just great. What's your
favorite commercial jingle or catchphrase?
I can't really say I have one.
Don't say Stephen Ardovich.
I like that one. That's really old. That's really old. The one I remember the most is Westchester Gold. That's been running for years and years. And Santa Steve, I remember that. Let me think. Very proud of our Howard's Pool World commercials. They're very. I didn't write any of them. I wish I did. But if you remember the instead of skinny dipping, it's chunky Dunkin'. Yeah. Teresa and Frank Deskin used to do that one, so we had that running for quite a while. But as far as jingles go, I can't really think of one. Another one that we've run for years is the Charlotte County Fair jingle. The Charlotte County Fair is here. I remember that from '94. Us running that. But if something works, we don't change it. People have that song stuck in their head, so it works. It's a lot of
Baby
time.
back ribs.
Baby back, yeah.
Do you have anything to do with the Best Air commercials? That guy Dave.
Oh no, those are produced somewhere else, but they're neat. Everybody loves those. Dave. Yeah.
I totally relate to his hot water heater dilemma.
Oh my, you went through that
You
too.
have to go look him up.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen my share of old and non-working hot water heaters because I have a second job at the Home Depot.
Oh wow.
So I'm a full-time employee of the Home Depot in Northport in the Garden Center. So I get to drive a forklift all day,
Oh nice.
moving all the heavy stuff.
It's better than being the guy who has to load everyone's vehicles.
Oh, I do that too. I do that too. So let me take you down the hall here and we'll go see if we can bust in on Bob. Bob is doing something. And before we go in there, I wanted to explain something to you, something we do here called voice tracking. Voice tracking allows us to pre-record our shows if, an air shift. So chances are, unless you're listening early in the morning, the person you hear on the radio is either here or somewhere else, and they voice track the show, which means they're recording tomorrow's show or this afternoon's show ahead of time. So that gets them out of here and they can go on and do whatever. And a lot of the people, we have people in our company that's all they do. So you'll hear your favorite jock and our DJ in the afternoon on a certain station. He might be in Los Angeles or Tennessee, so that's a little secret that I just let it out. Maybe I can edit that out.
I heard you're good with Adobe products. You got this.
Oh, Adobe's awesome. I love it. It's very simple. There's one that Pro Tools drives me nuts. I don't know how to operate that at all. And the worst one I've seen, the hardest one is Studio One. I think I'd have to go 4 years of college just to learn how to use that.
Premiere Pro is pretty hard.
Yeah, Premiere Pro's. Yeah.
Rush is much better.
But what's neat is nowadays with today's computer technology and the software that's either cheap or free, we could all, create some pretty amazing things. If you're a musician at all, you can, pretty much cut a CD right there in your home. So I may try that one day, actually. I'm a jazz guitarist, so I've been playing guitar since I was like 9. And that's what I do when I'm not here. That's my outlet. Yeah. All right, well, let's move down the hall here. That's Bob's office. He's got really cool stuff. Before I take you in to see Bob not only is a legendary announcer here in Charlotte County, but he is also a ring announcer. And I'm not sure which, he's done some of the big fights, and he's been all over the world. And I'm sure he'll tell you more about that. We're going to bust in on Bob here and see. Okay. So here we are. This is CV 104.9. And it looks like a good time. Bob, you're being invaded.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
All right, this is Bob Alexander. I was telling everybody a little bit about you and
I hope it was
how long. Oh, it's all good stuff.
Okay, good.
But I was telling him that you're a ring announcer. But which league or who do you announce for?
Well, I announce. I do pro boxing. I do MMA, kickboxing, just about everything. Bare knuckle fighting. It doesn't really matter. Whatever they want somebody in the ring or the cage to announce, they give me a call. I put the tux on and off I go. So, but I've been very lucky. I've been able to travel the world doing it, and been to places like Dubai and Kazakhstan and Trinidad, Tobago. I've been all over the place. So that's my side job. This is what I do more seriously, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And Bob, as you'll see, was I was telling you about voice training. If some of you want to come in, we can kind of show you what he's doing.
You
But
come on, you can come in.
we can fit a few people in. So welcome in.
Yes, they do keep. That's why I wear a sweatshirt in here, because we have to keep it cool for the machinery, you know. But yeah, you sit in here for a few hours and you're like, brr, hello.
So you'll actually hear Bob every afternoon, Monday through Friday, and he's recording it right now. So we're still in morning. He'll have this afternoon's show done probably within the hour.
Yeah, we do a 4-hour show in about an hour. So, and mine runs from 3 to 7, Monday through Friday.
And of course, he has plenty to talk about. You know, there's station events, there's events in the community that he talks about, and there's one for Run for the Roses fundraiser he's going to be talking about.
Yeah, we do a lot of nonprofit, announcements.
Anybody got a flyer?
Are you going to talk about our leadership, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have you on the blog page tomorrow morning, hopefully.
Good. You got to get to our flyer.
Awesome.
I'll do a break.
Yeah, do a break, and you can show them so you'll see some levels come up on that meter there.
Uh-huh.
That's the record level. So
this is, I'm sure, Zane, you told him about voice track.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I hope I'm not in trouble for revealing that.
Oh.
It's like,
I don't think it's much of a secret these days.
no. All right, so Bob's going to do a break
Just
here.
real quick.
All right, everybody quiet on the set.
Silence your cell phones, all that good stuff. Classic gold from the Fab Four, the Beatles on CQ 104.9. There's Penny Lane. Before that, Air Supply, Every Woman in the World. More music on the way. We've got Jimmy Cliff's Spandau Ballet, some classic gold from the Youngbloods as well. But right now, here's the great Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. CQ 104.9.
Boom.
That's it.
And that probably covers 30 minutes of music, or
No, just about
15?
Actually like 3 songs.
Okay.
And then I'll do another break between a couple more songs, and then I'll take a full break coming out of the last song in what we call the set. And then I'll do a little, banter, talking about what we've got coming up, contesting, whatever. But yeah, so like I say, we do a 4-hour show in here in about an hour.
Yeah.
So it's very convenient if
You got other things to do.
have other things to do or places to be. You can tap out a show real quick. The talk show I do in the morning over on WCCF, that's live. That's just a 2-hour show, but I have guests in, and we have guests call in over the phone, that sort of thing. So, but that's all about local organizations, local events. We have representatives from the government, different departments on, that sort of thing. So, yeah, everything we do over there is local, and pretty much here too. The CU runs from about Naples up to about Sarasota, and so we try to keep focus on, we focus on the Charlotte County area, but in the areas right around it too. We'll do events, Sarasota, Northport, Arcadia, that sort of thing too. So,
And we have snowbirds listening right now up north on the app, on the iHeartradio
you
app
can
too,
listen
worldwide on the
anywhere
app.
in the country, anywhere in the world, thanks to the app. So it's pretty cool. So we can't forget about those people as well. But
So are you broadcasted in any other markets other than on the app or here locally?
just here locally,
Okay.
In this area and on the app.
Okay.
Yeah.
We really pride ourselves on that, on being local and serving our local community and
Yeah, 'cause you
and
don't-
talking about
you
our
don't get as
local
much of that in
community.
this business anymore. It's a lot satellite and a
Yeah.
lot national, that sort of thing. But we try to stay as local as we can and give the local businesses and the events, pub.
Cool.
So yeah.
Mm.
That's
All
what we do.
right.
All right. Awesome.
Well,
Well,
Thank
Bob,
you.
we
My
thank you so
pleasure.
much for your
Thanks coming
time.
by. We appreciate it.
All right.
Enjoy it.
And I'm going to take you down down a little bit more. Actually, this station runs itself. This is Big 98.9. This is our new Pride and Joy, and this is our classic rock station. And if I open the door, it just looks like a storage room because nobody's in there. So there's a computer running everything right now, all the events and the national voice. Who's surprised to hear? I don't know. There's got to be somebody that's surprised to hear that, we don't have local people every shift for, like they did in the older days. Is anybody surprised by that, to hear that Voice trying. Okay. All right. Because not everybody knows, but that's the way radio's done today in
So
most companies.
What year are you defining as classic rock?
Classic rock that we play. I think we go back to the 60s, late 60s, and we go really into the 80s and 90s and 2000s. So there's a good mix.
So weird to think that now.
I mean, it's
Station number is it?
it's 98.9, and you're going to hear Rush and Van Halen and Pink Floyd and the Scorpions, and that's kind of my era. Yeah, I'm 56, so yeah.
Not the 2000s.
But I'm surprised at whatever technology they use to pick the music, to pick the songs. I couldn't do it any better. It does a great job. And anytime you can listen at any time during the day or night or overnight, and you're going to hear a really awesome song, and probably one you remember or one you really love. So they've done a really great job with Big 98.9. I'll catch that on camera. Now there's something I'm going to show you that I'm not going to put on camera because I'm afraid I'll get in trouble if I do. But if you've, who here knows about computers? What? Do you? Wait till you see this. This is the engine room.
Oh my God.
So this runs everything.
Oh, it's freezing.
I think
Yeah.
I see bigger to Forrest and be like,
Yeah.
I think ours is bad.
Yeah, it's and you know, occasionally things will break down. During the hurricane, we had some water get on the equipment and it wreaked havoc. And that door there is just a garage and storage and office supplies. And we have our kitchen here, break room kitchen, and you look on the walls, we have some of the artists that are featured at the iHeartradio Music Festival. T-Swizzle there, and here's Ed Sheeran, Elton John.
I actually went to Mississippi. They had like a supercomputer.
Oh, I love Nibble.
But it's music in the late 90s.
He's got good dance music.
And so that's pretty much it. I'll give you a quick look at the sales off.
It's almost done.
Okay.
Almost time for
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then I need to lock the door.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. So real quick, I'll show you the Kick Studio. I guess we don't have time to see the sales office, but
Zane,
Yeah.
let me tell them a thing or two about buying time on the radio.
oh, okay. Go ahead, guys. This is Michael Heyman's.
So let me tell you that you too can have a radio show. All you have to do is pay them money. I have a weekly show for an hour. I've been doing it for over 10 years now, and I pay right at $300 a week for an hour, and they let me get other sponsors, and so I help cover the nut a little bit doing that. But it's a free-form show. They don't dictate to me anything. As a matter of fact, they want me to say that I'm not related to them and they're not related to me, and that's all. That's happy for both of us. But I have talk radio gone wild. I do a lot of music on it. There's music. I generally play something live every show. I play canned music. Now we have to either have that or it has to come through the iHeart system in order for them to be.
Yeah, if it's a local artist, we can play it from a CD, but if it's not, we have to go through our system.
But so,
Yeah.
and the platform for this is the WCCF 1580. So it's talk radio. It's what Ken Lovejoy is on and those kinds of things. But they do sell time on the radio. So, and it's a good way to get out to a local market. It's if you have a broader something to say. It also, because of the World Wide Web, gets out to things. I have a friend, but he's also a sponsor in Livingston, Montana, for example. I mean, it can be, you can be listened to all over. It's not quite all over the world. China, of course, has a firewall, keep you from getting there. There's licensing issues that keep this station from broadcasting certain other areas, and so it's almost the World Wide Web that you're hooked to, but you definitely have a local listening audience from Venice to Estero, Arcadia to Boca Grande, and so it's a good way to get the word out, particularly in these days when people don't read the newspapers so much.
And what date, time, and station did you say you broadcast on?
It's 11:05.
Like now. We have to go.
Thursday,
Yeah.
it's on WCCF 1580 AM, 100.9 FM.
And you really should listen. It's a really cool show. And I'm the producer.
Yeah, Zane
Alright, so
is.
Well, thanks for letting us cut in here.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna go jump on it. I spend most of my reading time, leisure reading time, I'm thinking about what am I gonna do for the show, and so I put quite a few hours into preparation, but it happens just like that once you're on.
It really does.
So, I'll tune in every now and then. Building is
Thank you.
All right. Bob, I'm going to leave the group to you. I have to go produce the show. Is there anything more you want to see or talk about? Or
I would ask you one last question.
Sure.
Obviously, you have multiple stations here, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would one be able to advertise on those stations?
All you have to do is contact our sales office at 941-206-1188, and you can ask for any of us can take calls on that. You can ask for Amy or Robin. John's here, Jennifer. So whoever answers the phone, just say, hey, I'm interested in advertising here on iHeartradio. All right, got to go, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you. We hope to see you again soon. All right.